Okay, by the picture. It's been a while since I did this what if because I kind of just stopped doing what ifs for a while. I don't know how long it is if I ever post this from this day, but from doing any what ifs, I just haven't been doing it. I hit like 1,000 around the time after posting that. I think it was while I'm sleeping. I'm on my bed, but I have a new mattress since my other mattress had like really bad springs. I don't know what I'm talking about now, but let's get started. At the end of the what if, I kind of rushed it and all that. Kind of talked fast, but not really popping on. But so he walks in, Deku, with him hearing the argument between Ida and Bakugo. Bakugo would have smacked his teeth and turned away, saying, "Why is a loser like you here?" But Deku wouldn't care and he would sit down, tipping his hat over his eyes since he does have a hat. Is that, the picture. And putting his feet on the desk and sleeping. Which Ida would go over there to try to yell at him. But Deku would only look at him, non-responsive. And of course he would say, "Sorry about that, we should introduce ourselves properly. My name is Tinya Ida. And what's your name?" And Deku would say, "Azuka Midoriya. Nice to meet you." And Ida would pretty much talk to him, or try to talk, but before anything really escalates or goes anywhere, Azawa would wake up after people were talking about him and would tell them to be quiet and explain to them to put on the clothes, the UA uniform and all that. And Oyoroka would ask, "Aren't we supposed to go to the ceremony? Won't we miss it?" And as I would say, there's no point of going, and the real hero and all that, blah blah blah. But they would go outside, and they would get changed, and they would start. Of course, Deku wouldn't do much thing that would put him in the top list. He didn't really use his quirk since I guess he can use it on the ball throw, which people just sees him have change come from his arm, wrap around it, and he'd swing it, and he'd throw it. It probably wouldn't go too far. But his score was pretty much nobody would notice him. He didn't do any outstanding or anything that special, but he would at least get higher than Invisible Girl. So you guys might say that even Mineta is a pretty bad character. Invisible Girl, which I don't know her name. I totally forgot. I have no clue. But she's pretty much almost even more useless than Mineta, since he can at least trap people. I guess she can sneak up on some people, but going against people, even like Mineta, if he throws up his sticky balls on the ground, she'll get caught. Yeah, if she's invisible, if she tries to hit anybody, they would probably just swing the fork around and hit her back. But yeah. And at least, I think Mineta got the most on the sidestepping. He may have got second from Bakugo though. But most likely first, since I think him back and forth would beat Bakugo. But yeah. So Deku would get higher than her. Actually, there's other people that quirk doesn't really help them in this. So he would probably do better than all the people that quirks don't help them physically at all. So yeah. So he wouldn't be noticed. But of course they would do regular school. Which people are talking about that this doesn't even seem like a hero school. Since they do all the regular stuff for a while, for the time being until All Might comes there, walking into the room like a normal person, blah blah blah. But he was playing the pretty much hero versus villain tests, or more like training, and they would go to the field. After the walls would open up, they were in suits, and they would all go and grab theirs, and they would get dressed. And here, sorry for pausing, I just had to figure out something out because my room's hotter than normal. It's because our house air condition froze or something. And it's 81 degrees right now in my house. But yeah. So ignore the lightning. It's not all fun, but so this is it's practically a suit. He took off his hat and all that. The gun he will have, but they're not giving him the gun for being in a training, so he left the gun in the suitcase thing. Yes. Don't worry, they're rubber bullets, so that's why he has a gun like that. So yeah. Couldn't find a better picture that I wanted, so I just went with this one. Yeah. But what he did bring with him was his revolver. Yes, his revolver, amazing, right? Okay. But, of course, they would see him in the wrong lineup because I'm not changing up any of the matchups. Because I don't want him. They would see him as it would start, and Deku would be talking while walking, telling her the strat, how they're just gonna take on them 1v1 pretty much, one after another, because if both of them go for Ida, you can attack from behind. If we rush for Ida, we attack from behind, and it'd be harder for them to beat them if they're both together, probably. And if it'll be much easier if one of us takes one out, and we team on the other one. So you go for Ida, and now battle Bakugo. So of course, people are wondering how he's gonna take people down, since they've seen Bakugo's amazing explosion quirk. And the only time Deku ever used this quirk was to sling a ball the farthest he can, which people didn't see much, and they know it's some kind of flame chain, which is pretty cool quirk, people think, but they're just wondering how he's gonna use it. And that's why whenever he faces against Bakugo and Bakugo charges him, Deku would just walk with chains appearing in front of him like a wall, which Bakugo would explode to get away from them. That's when Deku would have got ready with his quirk, making 3 chains come from his back with blades on it. If I did not mention, he does have blades on the end of his chains to stab into stuff. And he would hit against the wall, and he would spin himself, shooting him towards Bakugo, which he would take out his gun, and he would put in 3 bullets and 3 different kinds of bullets in. He would shoot the first 3, hitting Bakugo's gauntlets and breaking them. He would shoot the last one in Bakugo's foot, which would break through and hit his foot, and he would take his chains wrapping him and up, and would shoot him with his 3 rubber bullets, which wouldn't knock him out, so he would refill it, all 6 of them, come out on Bakugo and shoot them all, which people would see as Deku pretty much executed this before Bakugo could pretty much get a handle and throw big explosions. He blocked, he distracts, and he took down Bakugo's pretty much strongest comeback and all that, which that was very easy for the Bakugo right now that he faced. And he would head up. As he finished this way earlier, so Uraraka has not been found and she's about to enter. But he'll stop her, coming to the other wall and telling her to tell me where his position is. And I'll just break down his armor. And she would say okay. She would get in hiding behind the pillar. And she would say that he's in front of the bomb that's back against the wall. Is where the position the bomb would be right now. And Deku would take his gun and he would shoot a whole bunch of bullets, which would break through the wall, making it fall over. He would refill his gun and he would run up on Ida, which Ida would kick him, which he would take. But he would be right up to Ida and he would shoot his bullets, but it would hit his armor, cracking it. And he would have took his chains, wrapping him, and burnt him and pretty much tied him behind his back. So yeah. Of course he would get the bomb and they would win. They would go and they would ask the questions. Momo would say Uraraka didn't help, but Deku would explain that Uraraka was the scout to tell me where Ida's position is. And all that, where we can catch him off guard. And so, yeah. But that's whenever they would say good job using your quirk that way. And Deku's cocky attitude, which he does have that, would say, actually, I can probably do it much easier. But if I did it like that, it'll be really boring, you could say. Which they asked how. But Deku would say, don't really want to demonstrate it on you guys, but pretty much I can sprout the change from other people's bodies. And in the process, I would leave their bodies burnt from where the chains were. Even more if I launched the chains from my body and wrapped it around you. So I'd rather not use it anyway. But he would leave with people continue asking these questions about why does he use a gun? What about stuff and all that? And behind it all, Todoroki would think in his mind, thinking of his name, and he would remember something about his father talking about a prison was set on fire, and 2 heroes that worked out there to hold villains, higher up ones, were killed. Inka Midoriya, and I do not know Deku's father, so Ashashi Midoriya, something like that. But yeah, I think that's close to his name, but I probably can't say it right. But yeah. So, he would keep his eye on Deku. But his father was freaking out about it because, everybody thinks that Stabby is Todoroki's brother, which he probably is. But yeah. So, yeah. But they would all head back to the class. And they would get ready. And then he would leave and all that. Bakugo says that he'll beat him next time and all that, and he'll leave. Which the next day, they would be told about the USJ, but before that, they find a representative and a, what was it? a president and vice president. Deku would not be chosen for president or a representative. Instead, he would say Todoroki, since he is the son of Endeavor, the number 2 hero, and he could show how strong UA can be if he's not like the top of the class and all that, which Todoroki would suggest somebody else since he doesn't really want to do it, and that's how they choose up with Bakugo, which that's when he starts yelling about that I was the choice, I should have been the first one, and Ida would be chosen for class president and Momo would be vice president. Heading to lunch after this, hearing alarms go off, everything will do the same, but yeah. So, hope you guys like this what if. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Actually, 1,060 by now. 50, I think. It doesn't really matter. I can do community posts now, so I don't have to make a dumb video to tell you about something. Yay. Goodbye.